They walk red carpets and live in mansions now, but not long ago some of your favorite celebrities were sleeping in cars, working low-paying jobs, or surviving on food stamps. One of them was born in prison. Another was so broke he had to sell his beloved dog just to eat. These stars went from rock bottom to world famous. Here are 10 celebrities who were truly broke before the fame, and how they turned it all around. Before Jim Carrey made millions laugh in The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Ace Ventura, he was just a kid from Canada with big dreams and big problems. At just 15 years old, his family lost their home. They lived in a van park near a factory where Jim and his brother worked as janitors after school. Jim even dropped out of high school to help support his family. But he never stopped dreaming.
I dream about being 3-time Golden Globe winning.
Years later, he wrote himself a fake $10 million check for acting services rendered and kept it in his wallet.
Wrote myself a check, and this is for real. This is not a joke. This is for real.
Just a few years later, he earned exactly that for Dumb and Dumber. Proof that visualization and hard work can change everything. Long before she was J-Lo, a global pop icon, actress, and businesswoman, Jennifer Lopez was an 18-year-old dancer in New York with no money and no place to stay. When she told her mom she wanted to pursue dancing instead of college, they got into a fight, and J-Lo left home. She spent months sleeping on the couch of a dance studio. She trained all day, worked at night, and held on to one thing: belief in herself. That sacrifice paid off when she became a fly girl on In Living Color, and her rise to superstardom began. Oprah's story is a true rags-to-riches tale. She was born in rural Mississippi to a single teenage mom and raised in extreme poverty. As a child, she wore potato sack dresses, was bullied, and suffered abuse.
I will tell you, Dr. Oz, I mean, even now, just talking about it, thinking about it, makes me emotional.
Despite it all, she excelled at school and earned a scholarship. Her big break came in television, but she didn't stop there. She built a media empire, became the first Black female billionaire, and inspired millions with her story. Oprah proves that where you start has nothing to do with where you can go. You might know him as Star-Lord in the Marvel Universe, but Chris Pratt wasn't always a superhero. At 19, he was homeless in Hawaii, living in a rundown van with a mattress in the back. He worked part-time as a waiter and even scavenged for food. One day, while serving tables, he met a director who gave him his first acting role. It was a small break, but it changed his life forever. Chris once said, "It was a pretty awesome time, even though I had no money." From broke beach bum to box office king, now that's a transformation. Cardi B is known for her bold personality and hit songs, but her beginnings were anything but glamorous. She grew up in the South Bronx in a tough neighborhood. At 19, she worked at a supermarket to help her family, then became a stripper just to survive. She's always said that dancing saved her life. It gave her independence and the money to escape poverty.
And did you like it? Did you
Hell
hate
yeah.
it? You...
I did.
Cardi later used Instagram to share her unfiltered thoughts.
All right, how you motherfuckers do it?
And her online following exploded. From viral videos to love and hip-hop, and finally a Grammy-winning rap career.
And the Grammy goes to Cardi B.
Cardi B's rise was pure hustle. Before Rocky, Sylvester Stallone was flat broke. He couldn't pay rent, couldn't afford food, and in one of the saddest moments of his life, he sold his beloved dog, Butkus, for $40.
We've got a picture of...
Really?
We do have a picture of the dog. Is that the dog?
That's it.
But Stallone never gave up. He wrote the Rocky script in 3 days and refused to sell it unless he could star in it himself. Eventually, he got a deal, and the movie became a classic. And yes, the first thing he did was buy back his dog for $15,000.
The story has a happy ending, I must
It does.
yeah.
It does. So finally I get the job. I go back to the fellow I sold it to.
Now that's real love and real commitment to your dreams. When Halle Berry moved to New York to pursue acting, she ran out of money quickly. Her mom refused to send her more, saying she had to figure it out herself. So Halle lived in a homeless shelter, sleeping beside strangers while auditioning by day.
Yeah,
You ended up in a homeless shelter at some point.
yeah, I was.
She later said that time taught her how strong and resourceful she really was. Years later, she became the first Black woman to win Best Actress at the Oscars. She went from no roof to a golden statue. Comedian Steve Harvey wasn't always on TV with a smile. He spent 3 years living in his car, struggling to book comedy gigs. He showered at gas stations and rest stops and considered giving up many times. But one opportunity, hosting Showtime at the Apollo, changed everything.
I didn't do you. Now, after that first big boat ride, we kind of lost that taste for sailing.
He became a TV star, host, author, and now a multi-millionaire. Steve says he never forgot those nights in the car. They made him the man he is today. Gossip Girl's Queen Blair Waldorf had a secret. Leighton Meester was born in prison while her mom was serving time. She was raised by relatives in tough conditions with little money. Despite everything, she pursued acting and started modeling as a teen. She landed small roles before exploding in Gossip Girl. It's a reminder that your past doesn't define your future. Your choices do. Eminem's story is straight out of a movie. Raised in a rough Detroit neighborhood, he lived in poverty and constant instability. He was bullied in school, dropped out at 17, and worked odd jobs to support his daughter. But music was his escape. He battled in rap contests, often getting booed at first, until 8 Mile became his real story. With Lose Yourself, he told the world what it means to have one shot, and take it. Now, he's a legend. These celebrities didn't start at the top. They faced rejection, homelessness, hunger, but they kept going. Their stories remind us that your situation right now doesn't define your future. Which story inspired you the most? Drop it in the comments. And tell us, have you ever gone through tough times and kept chasing your dream? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for more inspiring celebrity stories every week. Because behind every star, there's a struggle no one sees.